Hey there, folks. Welcome back to Disney Sorcerer. And so today we're back on the big account, my account that I've had since launch, the one that I spend money on, the buy to play, whatever you want to call it. And the reason why I'm making this video is because we had a comment from a new subscriber. Thank you, Slaughterhater, for your comment. I told you I'll make a video, and I'm doing so right now. So he mentioned about the talismans, about how I put in the DSA in the Discord update about how they put in the spring talisman boxes. And if you remember last year, and he said that it looks like they're headed towards the gummy bears. And, you know, I've made it known that I'm a huge fan of the gummy bears, always have been. Grew up with the gummy bears. And this is where you get them. And let's just take a look. Let's take a look at these things. And if you don't know about the gummy bears, they're all here. They're in the Spring Roar section, and we have them all here. If you look, you take a look at them. Let's see what's in here. We have this is Grammy. Get Grammy's talismans. You get chipped ember, and you get some faint orange starlight, and you get some luck extracts and some coins. And some level up potions. 500 gold. It's Grammy. It's the Gummi Bears. I'm going to support it. You can do that. You can do that 5 times. So you can make... So, you know, come in here. We'll see what we got just to make sure we got 15,000 coins. We get the Grammy Talisman. We got 50 luck extracts, which you may or may not need. The faint orange starlight is good, and you get a chipped ember, which is, you're like, okay, I don't know what a chipped ember does. Yeah, I got it. And then we get the level up potions. Level up potions are always going to be valuable because you're always going to be needing them. As you get higher and higher, you're going to need them more and more. You know, here is the Zummi. You get the Zummi with he's got the crit chance. You got Tummy here with the defense. You've got Gruffy here with attack. And then you get Sunny, of course, with the speed. And Cubby with the health. No, yeah, it's the health. And, you know, one could, you know, I guess surmise that the assigned colors would be what, if they are working on a gummy bear team, this is what their assumed things would be. You know, if they did put in a gummy bear team, I don't think that Cubby would be the tank. Now, if they do put in, I would expect Cubby, Sunny, and Gruffy to all be a DPS, and that's why, you know, Gruffy's got the attack. I could see Tummy being the tank, and then maybe Zummi and Grammy being supports. But that's just me. And then who gets the leadership? I think you know, it's Grammy, Zummi, or Gruffy, because you know, obviously Zummi and Grammy were the oldest, and then Gruffy was sort of the hot-headed adult, and Tummy was sort of like the kind, warm-headed, and I don't know their relationship, but it's kind of like, you know, where Tummy was more reserved, Gruffy was more, let's go, let's fight, let's do this. And then, you know, of course, the kids being the kids, they were like, you know. But, yeah, I mean, these are, I think they're definitely worth picking up. You know, 500, either way you slice it, 500 for, I think this is a fair deal if you have 500. If you don't have 500 gems, you know, maybe don't pick them up. But, you know, the speed stone, the one with speed is, you know, maybe pick up 3 of those, right? maybe pick up 3 of those. And, you know, she comes with wind extracts and for the different things. But you know, obviously, you know, in terms of priority, if you have 1,500, I'm probably going straight for the straight speed for this. And then maybe if I have any left over, you know, and I want to pick up something additional, maybe I go with the attack. But, you know, the way the game is built now, unless they change the way the game is built, you're obviously going to get much more run out of the speed. And, you know, if you're familiar with other games and the way other games have evolved over the years, you know, at one point you just did want certain traits with some characters, and over the years things have changed in that respect. And that brings up something else that I'm going to be talking about. I don't know, maybe here in a couple weeks, and that would be life after Gear 10, because we're getting closest. We're getting closest to the time. But so we have these gummy things, and what I mentioned about is, you remember earlier in the video where I said that would be cool, but last year I believe it was, they came out with the duck season, and that's where they put these Ducks Talismans in with Magic of Dispel, and I bought them all. I just gotta find where they are. I know Magica was there, I think, and, you know, let's just start at the bottom, work our way up. Here's Ludwig von Drake, who could have been on the team if you've watched any of the Disney kids shows. You know who Ludwig is. Here's Goslin, of course, who would be Darkwing Duck's daughter, or I don't even know what she was, but, you know, then of course there's Daisy here, who we're all familiar with. And then as we keep moving up, this is the guy that I was that I was like, I want him in the game, and that's Launchpad, and keep moving up, keep looking for ducks. If I pass over one, I know you're gonna probably yell at me. Hey, there's one right there, dum. But anyway, I'm pretty sure there were 6 of them that they put in the game last year, and I know that I'm probably just going to skip over and miss whoever. But as far as talismans leading to characters, it'd be nice. I'm still waiting on my Little John and my Maid Marian, by the way, if that's the case. And then, of course, Prince Frederick would be good too. We already talked about Magica, but there were I feel like there were 6 of them, and I know I got all 6 of them last year, and they were just, you know, Magica, Ludwig von Duck, Ludwig von Drake, Launchpad, Goslin, whoever else. And I was like, wouldn't that be awesome if they put a duck team in the game? Because if you'll remember, there's a certain duck already in the game who has a duck leadership. And, you know, most of us just use that anytime we're using a Sensational 6, but it's not actually a Sensational 6 leadership. And of course, Gizmo Duck has a tech leadership, but Donald is the one with the duck leadership, and it's a Sensational 6 and duck offense, and so this is why we use it with the Sensational 6. But it also has duck teammates have a 10% chance to counter when damage is dealt by an opponent. And, you know, of course, it's sort of understated, but at some point we're meant to believe that they are going to put ducks in this game. And if they do, just go ham. And can we? Because there's a duck tag here, if you remember right. So So obviously, as far as the gummy bears go, if they do put in the gummy bears, it's obvious. It would be obvious that they would be forest creatures, right? If we got a meta or semi meta, or just whatever a gummy bear team looks like, it would obviously be forest, because if you've seen the show, that's where they live, is in the forest. And I would hope if they brought in the gummy bears, I hope they would bring. It's been forever since I've watched the show. Kal-El and the princess and the boy, and then of course maybe Duke and some of the ogres. But I mean, there's just a lot of stuff they could do with the gummy bears. But I think you put them there and you're like, well, where do you see where do you get the precedence for them doing that? Well, if you remember when this faction first came out, it was, there was no Frank, there was no Lily, there was no Captain Lightyear, there was no Milo. And so when the faction first came out, and because they didn't introduce the faction until they put the Rescue Rangers in. And then right after they put the Rescue Rangers in, they added Raya. So when the faction first came out, the adventures were just Moana, Bo, Barley, Jack, and the Rescue Rangers. And then they added Raya, and then they added Frank and Lily, and then they added Milo. And and so there was the only leadership originally was Bo's leadership for the adventures, which is a offensive leadership, and then it's bonus for Toy Story, sort of like Donald's. But that was originally because none of the Rescue Rangers have a leadership, and so the first leadership we got was Frank's. And he of course has the adventure leadership, which, it's adventure leadership. And then aside from that, Milo has a different leadership. Milo has the Club Expedition leadership. So there's that. And we don't have a forest leadership. We have a Winnie the Pooh leadership, which is sort of like the Toy Story leadership. But it's club conquest centric, and so if indeed the forest creatures are going to be a big deal, and they could, and if the secret ends up being the gummy bears are the secret that we don't know about, and they're going to put the gummy bears in, because the gummy bears, if you've been playing this game since launch, they were on the very first surveys that you took about the game and who you wanted to see. And on there was Peter Pan, there was Hercules, there was Alice, there were all these characters that we have in game. But I'm trying to remember back, I think there was 2 factions that we haven't seen. There were 2 movie franchises or television franchises that we haven't seen. And one of those is the Great Mouse Detective, which obviously I think would maybe be 2 or 3 characters, and then the Gummy Bears. Now I know Treasure Planet was on something at one point, and I believe Inside Out was, but and obviously there's precedent for Inside Out. There's precedent for Zootopia, because we have Judy Hopps with that Dodge leadership for the Downtown Heroes. That doesn't make any sense, because nobody uses Judy Hopps unless they're just trying to be cheeky, and they're just trying to be, whatever you want to call it. But If they brought the gummy bears in, that would be super hype. Anyways, that's all I got. No, it was probably longer than I had anticipated, but thanks so much for watching. We're just over 15 minutes. I'm going to end it before 15:30, but thanks for watching. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Do you think I'm way off base? How would you feel if they put the gummy bears in? Let me know. That'd be great. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye.